What the hell? So I like it quick. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat Thumb to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemar Thumb Bashem Shai to all the sisters, and peace of 1,000, peace and officer 1,000 Zabaja of the I.S.U.P.K, that's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General YAHANNA. We started out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We teach that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible since 1969, and tonight, bear with us for the time, we are opening the Feast of Tabernacles, right, where the Lord saved us from out of Israel. Right, Officer Shaywan, present your registry.
Officer Shaywan, Ban Banyamin, Ban Yashrala.
Officer Shaywan, Ban Banyamin, Ban Yashrala.
Yahweh Shemar Shabbat.
Yahweh Shemar Shabbat. So approach the podium. All right, so we're going to open up with the prayers. We're going to open up with the prayers. Men of Israel, Hakwatian Imajim, which means to stand. Salapan Yahakodam, which means turn and face the east. Right, we're going to open up with the prayers. Bear with me one moment. We're going to open up with the prayers. This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayam,
Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'ah, Rakzaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barakza, Kuwa, Bashamayam, Thalanawa,
Makam,
Kal,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Masalakna,
Basalakna,
Kawatna,
Kasalakna, Kawatna, Tabayana, Manasayawan, Abal, Hoshana, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wahala, Wahatapara, Laiwalamim, Aman. What we read in the English. Our Father which art in heaven.
Our Father which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh. Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done in earth.
Thy will be done in earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
We forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And
the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever so be it.
Forever so be it. We're going to read the Hakah, the prayer for power. Yahweh,
Basha,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Thalanawa,
Akat, Larapa'ah, Kalmakala, Wakal Marawa, Akat, Latahar, Hamatazariah, Akat, Lahakwayam, Hamatyam, Akat, Harakak,
Arakawa,
Arakawa,
Hatamahala,
Hatamahala,
Garshan,
Nagarasham, Basham, Yahushai,
Walaman.
Walaman. In English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanan.
Commanding General Yohanan.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
We're going to read. We're going to read the prayer for power structures. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushai.
Wa Yahushai.
Wa Mayakahala.
Wa Yamakala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazavya.
Matazavya.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawapya.
Alawapya.
Hasaranya.
Hasuranya.
Hakwatazanya.
Hakwatazanya.
Hakayal Yanyam.
Hakayal Yanyam.
Hakwatyan.
Hakwatyan.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Basham.
Basham.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Waraman.
Waraman.
What we just said in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanan.
Commanding General Yohanan.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
We're going to read Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashah.
Ashah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahayim.
Ahayim.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Yahah.
Yahah.
Isaiah.
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 Mahan.
Mahan.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aishah.
Aishah.
Shemayam.
Shemayam.
Waratza.
Waratza.
Aliyathan.
Alithan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Alyanawam.
Alyanawam.
Shemarka.
Shemarka.
Na.
Na.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yeshan.
Yeshan.
Shalmar.
Sharmar.
Yasharala.
Yasharala. Yahweh.
Shemarka.
Shemarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Zalka.
Zalka.
Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yamam.
Yawamam.
Hashemar.
Hashemash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Ikaka.
Nekaka.
Onyerak.
Oirak.
Kalayala.
Kalayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makalrai.
Makarai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Atnapashka.
Atnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Tazaatka.
Tazaatka.
Wabawaaka.
Ubawaaka.
Ma'aita.
Ma'aita.
Wa'aira Walam.
Wa'aira Walam.
What we just said in the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
Cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
You will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
You will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out,
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in,
and thy coming in
from this time forth,
from this time forth
even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
We're going to read Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayah.
Adamaya. Wakaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Wa'al.
Wow.
Tashakwat.
Tashakwat.
Al.
Al.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Na.
Ana.
Wa'yabyaka.
Awayadika.
Salakia. Awayabyaka.
Awayadika.
Yamaha.
Yahama.
Salakia. Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Wama. Shana.
Wama Shana.
Shaka. Yaka.
Yaka.
Nahashwa.
Nashawa.
Rash.
Rash.
Amaka.
Alamaka.
Ya'ira. Salakia. Ya'ira Yam.
Ya'ira Yam.
Wa.
Wa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Waya.
Waya.
Thaya. Aitazawa.
Tayai Tazawa.
Altazapawan.
Altazapawan. Yaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nakawa.
Nakawa.
Wanaka. Kayadam.
Wanakak Yadam.
Magaya.
Magaya.
Wa.
Wa.
La'a.
La'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasharala.
Iwad.
Iwad.
Kayad.
Kayad.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Nawai Zawa.
La.
La.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al Yaka.
Al Yaka.
Baryat.
Baryat.
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Ahalia,
Ahalia,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Waya Shemai Salakia, Waya,
Waya,
Shemai Alahayam,
Shemai
Shemai Alayam,
Mawahaba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagariam,
Wahagariam,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'amawan,
Wa'imawan,
Wa'amalak,
Wa'imalak,
Kalashah,
Kalashad,
Amishadya,
Amishadya,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Laban Yalawai,
Laban Yalawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Daham,
Daham,
Kamadyan,
Kamadian,
Ka,
Ka,
Sayasara'a,
Sayasura'a,
Kayabyan,
Kayabian,
Banakal,
Balakal,
Kuyashwan,
Wayashwan,
Nashamad,
Nashamad,
Wa,
Wa,
Ba'ayan,
Ba'ayan,
Da'ara,
Dara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La'arama,
La'arama,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Nadiyab, Salakia, Nadiyab,
Narayab,
Mawa,
Mawa,
Kairab,
Kairab,
Wakazaba,
Wakazaba,
Wakazabat,
Wakazabat,
Wakazaza Manai,
Wakatazalmanai,
Ka,
Kal,
Nasa Kayam, Wa,
Nasayakamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Marwa,
Amarwa,
Na,
Na,
Salakia, Yarasha,
Yarasha,
Linawa,
Lanawa, Ah,
Nawa,
Nawat,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
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 Shayathamwa,
Shathamwa,
Kagaga,
Kagalda, Kakwash,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Raka,
Raka,
Kaash,
Kahash,
Tabaira,
Tabaira,
Ira,
Gaira,
Waka, La Haba,
Ukalaba,
Salahat,
Salahat,
Harya,
Harya,
Khan,
Khan,
Saradatma,
Sardatma,
Basa Kaira, Salakia, Basa Irakawa,
Vasa Irakawa,
Waba,
Waba,
Sawapaka,
Sabatka,
Tabahal, Salakia, Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kolawan,
Kwalawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Bahal,
Bahal,
Wa,
Wa,
Aijai,
Aijai,
Waya Kaparwa,
Waya Kaparwa,
Waya Abadwa,
Waya Abadwa,
Waya the Iwa,
Waya Daiwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Atha,
Shankaya,
Shamka Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Ayuwan,
Aliwan,
Alka Ha'arataza,
Alkal Harataza.
In English, what we read. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still, O God.
Be not still, O God.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
The name of Israel
be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together in one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
Tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom,
And the Ishmaelites.
and the Ishmaelites,
Of Moab.
of Moab,
And the Hagarenes.
and the Hagarenes,
Gebal.
Gebal,
And Ammon.
and Ammon,
And Amalek.
and Amalek,
The Philistines.
the
With
Philistines,
the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
As to Sisera.
as to Sisera,
As to Jabin.
as to Jabin,
At the brook of Kisan.
at the brook of Kisan,
Which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor,
And became as dung for the earth.
and they became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like a Reb,
And like Zeb.
and like Zeb,
Yea.
yea,
All their princes as Zabah.
all their princes as the Ba,
And as Almunah.
and as Almunah,
Who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
houses of God in possession.
the houses of God in
Oh
possession.
my God.
Oh my God,
Make them like a wheel.
make them like a
As
wheel,
a stubble before the wind.
as a stubble before the wind,
As the fire burneth the wood.
as a fire burneth the wood,
As the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as the flame sets the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempests.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy
Fill
storm.
their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy
O
name.
Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know that thou.
That men may know that
Thy
thou,
name alone is Yahweh.
whose name alone is Yahweh,
The Most High over all the earth.
art the Most High over all the earth.
We're going to say, okay. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven
King of heaven
and earth,
and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua,
Listen to us now.
listen to us now,
Right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses,
And punishment.
and punishment,
And destruction.
and destruction
To the heathen.
to the heathen
That speak against us.
that speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets,
The teachers.
the teachers,
The princes.
the princes,
The priests.
the priests,
The Israelite brothers.
the Israelite
And the
brothers,
school.
and the school,
Send evils.
send evils
And curses.
and curses
And punishment.
and punishment
And destruction.
and destruction
To the heathen.
to the heathen,
And shake loose.
and
the
shake
treasures
loose and treasure
Lose the treasures.
Of the rich of Israel.
of the rich of Israel
That refuse.
that
To
refuse
give to the school.
to get to the school.
Force their riches to enter thy sanctuary.
Force their riches to enter thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses
And punishment.
and
And
punishment
destruction.
and destruction
To the Edomites.
to the
And
Edomites
their nations.
and their nations
And their drug dealers.
and their drug
The
dealers,
court system.
the court
The
system,
prison
the
system.
prison
Planned
system,
Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood,
All the governments of our enemies.
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues.
Amalek synagogues,
Their
armies,
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church,
Pope.
the Pope,
Islam.
Islam,
Christianity.
Christianity,
Egyptology.
Egyptology,
Militia.
militia,
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation,
Skinheads.
skinheads,
Posse Comitatus.
Posse Comitatus,
Gay movement.
gay movement,
The lesbian movement.
lesbian movement,
Spies.
spies,
Workers of witchcraft.
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space program.
NASA space programs,
The Army.
the Army,
Navy.
Navy,
Air Force.
Air Force,
Marines.
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street,
Open up the internet.
open up the internet
And the airways.
and the airways,
Cable access channels.
cable access channels,
And the radio channels.
and the radio channels.
Convict the spirits.
Convict the
Of
spirit
any of thy people.
of any of thy
That
people
speak to stop us.
that seek to stop us
Bring swift destruction.
and bring swift destruction
To all the heathen.
to all the heathen
And stand in the way.
that stand in the
And
way
try to stop us.
and try to stop us
From broadcasting your words.
from broadcasting your words
Throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro
Through the earth.
through the earth
And consume them.
and consume them.
Let the plagues shake.
Let the plague shake
The house of the thief.
the house of the thief
And the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahushua.
That Yahushua,
Michael.
Michael,
And Gabriel.
and Gabriel
Come down with the flying saucers.
come down with the flying saucers
And punish all the heathen.
and punish all the heathen
That come up against us.
that come up against us
As we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known.
Cause it to be known
By all that is.
by all that is,
The angels.
the angels
That has done it.
that has done it.
Cause it to be spread.
Cause it to be spread
Through the media.
through the media,
Throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause it to shake.
Cause them to shake
As I come.
at thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua,
Thank you always.
thank you always,
So be it.
so be it.
Akim, Arbakim, Sar. You may be seated. You just wait a little. I'm going to bring you up in a second. Hey, a shout out to the sisters now and Barak for tuning in. Yahweh Shema, Lathan Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right, so we're going to get it in with the Hebrew. Oh, Officer Shaywan, can you read Leviticus 23 verses 1 to 7? Should I get that? Yeah, you can try. You can see it. I'm going to bring up Officer Shaiwan. So, bear with us a moment.
Come. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Lamar, verse 2. The bar, Al, Banya, Yasharala, Wa'amar, Alaham, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Ashar, Thakwara, Atham, Makwara, Quadash, Allah, Ham, Mawa'idya, verse 3. Shasha, Yam, Tha'aisha, Malama, Waba, Yawam, Ashaba, Ya'ai, Shabbat, Shabbathwan, Makwara, Quadash, Ma, La'a, Tha'aishwa, Slakia, Tha'aishwa, Shabbat, Hawa'a, La Yahweh, Bama, Mawa, Shabbat, Yama, verse 4. Allah, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Makwara, Quadash, Ashar, Thakwara, Awa, Atham, Bamwa, Aidam, verse 5. Bakadash, Hara'ash, Salaki, Hara'ashwan, Ba'a, Rabbi, Aishar, Lakadash, Bayan, Ha'ai, Rabah, Yam, Pasah, La Yahweh, verse 6. Waba, Kama, Salaki, Waba, Kama, Shaha, Aishar, Yawam, Lakadash, Azah, Khan, Hama, Tazawa, La Yahweh, Shabbai, Yam, Matazawa, Ta'a, Malawa, verse 7. Bayawam, Ha Ra'ash, Slakia, Ha Ra'ashwan, Makwara, Quadash, Yahweh, Lamam, Ma Lama, Ibada, La'a, Ta'aishwa. That's the end of verse 7.
oh, sure. Can we read? Right, so what we just did, as in tradition, we read as we go through our Sabbath services, because these high holy days are Sabbath services. We read in the ancient Hebrew. That's the language the oppressor, the devil, the Bible speaks of, beat out of us. And now we're going to read it in the English. Read it in the English.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
So there was a time when we were in captivity, just like we're in captivity right now, right? And the Lord had to send a savior, just like He's going to send a savior for us right now, right? And the Lord gave this savior, who was Moses. He gave him us a constitution, right? And that's His law, statutes, and commandments. And He said, listen, while you tell these people what to do, tell them to celebrate these days, right? Tomorrow, oppressors are going to celebrate some turkey and the murder of our brothers and sisters, right? Tonight, we're going to remember the captivity. And it's just so interesting that tonight's Tabernacles, we're remembering what it was like to live in the wilderness, right? That's what we're celebrating tonight. We're opening this Feast of Tabernacles. We remember what it was like to live in the wilderness. But we live in the damn wilderness right now. We're in Montreal North right now. Someone just got shot right now. That's what you got to know. We live in the wilderness, right? And the Most High said, you celebrate these feast days, not no damn Thanksgiving. That's the murder of our brothers and sisters, right? Read.
Khan. Even these are my feasts. Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and a holy convocation. You shall do no work therein.
Right, so we got some time off, right, to celebrate these feast days, because we don't get time off. Right, so now we're remembering, like, listen, we as we come into the truth, we're teaching our people these are the days we're supposed to take as rest days, as celebration days, right? The oppressor, he doesn't want you to have a rest day. If the oppressor could, you would be right back in the plantation working for free.
Right.
But at this moment, he has an invisible chain on the necks of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? It's just like when you have an elephant and you put a chain on an elephant when it's young. You take that chain off that elephant's neck when it's older. That elephant still thinks the chain is on. And the elephant is a big, majestic animal. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were majestic. We're a giant of a people, right? The whole earth follows us, right? But we don't get the credit for nothing we do. Keep reading.
Khan. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations.
Right, so these are the feasts of the Lord, our holy convocations, the days that we're supposed to celebrate. Right, Brock, what verse are you at?
We're at verse 4. I don't want.
All right,
Just finish verse 3.
Keep reading.
Khan. This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
Keep reading.
Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
Read.
Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
In these days that we remember, right? This is what's interesting about all these days. Majority of them are from a time when the Lord had to save us. We were in Egypt, just like we're in Canada, right? Serving an oppressor, right? Serving some stinking Hamites who are the Africans who oppressed us, right? And the Lord had to damn near kill their firstborn so we could be free. Because if you just leave a heathen to his own devices, he's going to kill blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And when he's not killing us, he's going to keep us in captivity. And as much as we beg for them to take their boot off our necks, They will not do it. Just go watch the George Floyd tape if you think I'm lying. That brother screamed for his mom. He begged for his life to be spared. And that devil, Derek Show, I forgot that devil's name.
You had it on one, Derek
Right?
Chauvin.
God. That stinking devil murdered our brother in front of us. And you're going to have some oppressor, some nasty, Salaki, excuse my French, some nasty ass oppressor is going to say, well, he was on heroin, he was on fentanyl, right? He was trying to use counterfeit money. So what the hell does that mean? Does that mean that the brother deserves to die? Right? The Lord gave us the Passover, right? He said make some lamb, make some unleavened bread, and eat it and consume all of it, right? So we can leave, right? And put the blood on the doorpost and mark yourself. So we marked ourselves for the Lord, so the Lord's death angel could pass over us, and that's what happened. It passed over us and killed the firstborn of them stinking Hamites, right? Officer Shariwan, Baba Kasha, can you read 14 to Salakia, verse 8 to 14, Baba Kasha?
Okay. Verse 8 in the Hebrew. Waha, Kwarab, Thama, Asha, La Yahweh, Shabbai, Yam Yam, Bayawam, Ha, Shabaya, Ayah, Makura, Kodash, Ma, Malama, Ibada, La'a, Ta'aishu. Verse 9. Waya the bar, Yahweh, all, Masha, La'amar. Verse 10. The bar, all, Banya, Yasharala, Wa'amar, Salakia, Wa'amartha, Alaham, Maya, Saba'awa, all, Harataza, Ashar, Anya, Nathan, Lamam, Wa, Quataza, Salakia, Wakwa, Taza, Artham, Quataza, Yara, Waba, Atham, Imar, Ba'ashwa, Quataza, Yara, Mama, Hamhan, verse 11, Wahan, Salaki, Salaki, Wahan Yapa, Hamar, Lapanya, Yahweh, Lara Tazan, Mama Korah, HaShabbat, Yanya, Panwa, Hamhan, verse 12, Wa'aish, Yatham, Bayawam, Hanya, Pa Mama, Ha Imar, Mabash, Thum Yam, Ban, Shana Thaw, Slakia, Shana Thawa, La'al, La Yahweh, verse 13, Wama, Naka, Thawa, Manya, Aishar, Nayam, Salah, Wa Laha. Bashaman. Asha. La Yahweh. Baya. Naya Kaka. Wana Samaha. Yayan. Rabah Ya'if. Ha Hayan. Verse 14. Walakam. Wakwaloya. Wamara Mala La'a. Ta'amal Wa. I Tazam. Ha Yahawam. Azah. I Haba Ya'amam. Ah Kwaraban. Alahaya. Kakwa. I Walam. Kakwa. I Walam. Ladara Kayamam. Mamal. Masha Batha Yamam.
Please, can you read 8 to 14?
Kanawakan. This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. In the seventh day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye come into the land which I gave unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. Verse 11. And
Wait,
he
one
shall
second, hold up.
come on.
Right? So what's happening is the Most High. Oh, I'm too on, Chris. What's happening is the Most High for unleavened bread. He said you're gonna celebrate for 7 days. We're not gonna work for 7 days. He has 7 days off work. When we have a kingdom, there's gonna be 7 days of no work. Right? That's to show you. Our God is more compassionate than every other God. We're gonna be more compassionate than anybody else. We're not even gonna be having the heathens working during this time, even though they're gonna be in our captivity. Right? We're gonna have them captive because we were their captives. Right? So I get one more. Right? And that's what the Most High told us to do. Right? And then when we go into our land, we would give offerings to the Most High. We would give him the first of our harvest, right? That's giving your best. That's the sacrifice that you have to do. A lot of our people don't know how to sacrifice for their people. Look at big headed Kanye West and all the other coons that think just like him, who take advantage of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? They don't know how to sacrifice for their people. We got billionaires, and black people are still at the bottom. Right? Keep reading.
Kanawakan. Verse 11. And ye shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow, after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day verse 12, when ye shall offer that day, when ye wave the sheaf, and he lamb without blemish, of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord.
Hold that right there. So what we would do, we would give our offering to the priest when we had our kingdom, right? This is what the Lord is instructing us to do. The priest would take it, he would wave it as a wave offering. He would show it in front of the whole congregation, right? And that would be the day after the Sabbath, right? And the priest, when we do that, after we do that, we would give the priest a he lamb without blemish of the first year. Again, that's the best lamb. That's not the lame lamb. Now most people they would give the weak lamb, the one that they really don't care about. But the Most High wants us to give our best, and that's what we have to do right now as a people. We have to give our best to our nation, right? That's what the men of the I.S.U.P.K do. We give our best to our nation. Well, there's many sleepless nights that we go through. Nights when priests stay up until 6 in the morning counseling, call after call after call, because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we need counsel, right? So we would give our best, and that's what the Lord wants us to do. You give your best lamb to the priest. Keep reading.
Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf. And verse 13. And the meat offering shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour, mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord, for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the fourth part of an hin.
Right. So that's what we would do, right? When we give this lamb, right, we're having a feast at the same time, and we're eating, and we're seasoning our food. We're having a good meal, and that's what blacks, Hispanics do best, right? That's not the only thing we do, but when I say do best, no one cooks better than us. Listen, you get any sister to go in the kitchen right now and tell her to whip up some Chinese food. She won't even know how to do it. She might watch a YouTube video on how to do it, and it's going to be the best Chinese food you've ever had.
Right.
Okay. You listen. I don't need Salakia. I took my brothers with me to an I.S.U.P.K restaurant, and that food was amazing. Listen, if you see Baraki Allah's face right now, man, keep reading, please.
Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the self same day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
Keep reading.
That was the end of verse 14.
Oh God. So we would not eat until we made these sacrifices, until we did exactly what the Lord wanted us to do, right? You're not going to eat any corn, or you're not going to make any bread and do anything of that sort until you complete the task that the Lord set out before you. Meaning, go do your offering, go give the priest what you have to give to the priest, right? And that's what we need to do as Israelites right now, right? Give what you can to the I.S.U.P.K, because when the tribe of Levi, right, so-called Haitians, were stuck in Mexico, right? You didn't see bigger than Kanye West go and feed Haitians with his millions of dollars. Right. You know what he did? He had on some stupid boots because he's a child. You didn't see Jay-Z go give money. You didn't see LeBron. Now listen, I like LeBron, but he a good basketball player. He might speak up on certain issues, but when the Haitians were stuck, he ain't go give nothing. Listen, I think Mississippi needs water right now. Flint, Michigan needs water right now. You ain't seeing them go give out water, right? What we did see though is we seen Sway Lee. I think what's his name? Sway Lee.
Khan and his brother Ray.
And his brother Ray Shrummer, right? They make the air drummers, right? That's their name backwards, right? They went and gave out stuff, right? But you're not seeing it on a large scale that we're supposed to see our powerful celebrities do, right? They have millions of dollars, right? Officer Shaywan, can you bring me to read 15 to 21, Baba Kishar?
Okay. Wasapartham, Lamar, Mama Kartha, Hashabat, Maya Wam, Habaya, Amam, Imar, Hathan, Wapaha, Shabai, Shabathwa, Thamaya, Matha, Thahaya, Yanha, verse 16. Mama Kartha, Mama Kartha, Hashabah, Ya'ai, Sapar, Slaki, Sapar wa, Kam Shayam, Slaki, Kam Shayam, Slaki, Kam Shayam, Yawam, Wahakwa, Rabatham, Manka, Ka Dasha, La Yaha, Slaki, La Yahawah, verse 17. Mama Waba Tha Yamam Tha Baya Awa Lakam Thanwa Paha Sha Thayam Shanya Aishar Naya Aishar Nayam Salah Taha Yayan Ha Ka Mataza Tha Apa Ya Naha Bamawa Rayam La Yahawah, verse 18. Waha Quara Batham Al Halakam Shaba'ai Mabshayam Tham Yamam Banya Shana Wapar Ban Bakwar Akkad Waya Wa Slaki Wa Ayalam Manyam Yahayawa Ilah Yahweh La Yahweh Wama Nakafa Wanasa Ma Yaham Asha Raya Naya Slaki Nayaka La Yahweh, verse 19. Wa'aish Yatham Sha'ayan Izayam Akkad Laka Ta'a Washanya Waba Wayam Fanya Shana Lazaba Shalah Mayam, verse 20. Wahan Yapa Hamhan Atham Al Lakam Mariam Papa Lapanya Yahweh Al Shanya Mabashim Kodash Yahayawa La Yahweh Lamhan, verse 21. Wakwa Ra'atham. Ba Aitazam. Hayawam. Hazah. Makwara. Kwadash. Yahweh. Lamam. Ma. Malama. Ibada. La'ah. The Aishwa. Kakwat. Iwalam. Bamal. Mawasha. Ba Thaya Mama. Lada Ratha Yama.
Please read 15 to 21, Brother Bashar.
God. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Verse 17. Slack that one. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2/10 deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baked with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord.
So we're going to count 50 days, right? What is that? Seven Sabbaths, right? 7 Sabbath from unleavened bread, and that's going to be our first fruits. That's when we're going to offer the first fruits of what we get, right? Again, you give the best of what you got, your first harvest, onto the Lord, onto the priest, right? As Israelites, what we would do is we would take care of our own. So that's what we're known for. That's what we do in the I.S.U.P.K. I can't speak for anybody else reading their Bible and saying they're trying to help people, because more than likely they're going to use that Bible to hurt someone.
Right.
They're going to use that Bible to tell you, listen, you can sleep with that 12-year-old girl. How disgusting. They're going to use that Bible to tell you, you should love some African. And then our sister gets killed. That's on the purple faggots. Right? So we would count 50 days. And the Christians call that thing Pentecost. But we know it as the first fruits. Right? And we would take care of our priests. We would give our first harvest unto the Lord. Read.
God. Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish.
Ooh, 7 lambs. Keep going.
Of the first year.
Remember, it's the first year. It's the first of these lambs. Keep going.
And 1 young bullock and 2 rams.
Read.
They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord.
We would take these lambs, these bullocks, and these rams and offer for a burnt offering unto the Lord while we feast, while we have this family gathering, right? A separate gathering. The total opposite of celebrating the murder and destruction of the North American Indian and the Seminole Indian and the brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, right? In Canada, they celebrated their first Thanksgiving, right? And then in the Americas, they celebrated Thanksgiving, and it was the murder of the Native Americans that they were celebrating. They would have so many feasts, right, a year, because they would slaughter so many Native Americans on a regular basis that they turned around and said, listen, we just need to have one. Right? That's what Abraham Lincoln did. So on one hand, people say Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, right? But he also celebrated the murder of the North American Indian. And he didn't free the slaves. So blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are still in slavery right now. Go into your work 5 minutes late tomorrow and see what happens if you don't believe. Keep reading.
They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord.
Read.
Karawakan. Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice one kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings.
Read.
Karawakan. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priests.
Now, do you know what it takes to raise up lambs and rams and make bread and grow wheat and do all these things so we can do this thing right here? It takes a lot, right? And you're supposed to just give it to the priest, right? And we would have a gathering, and the priest would wave these things in the air in front of the congregation so the Lord can see it. The Lord is not smelling no stinking turkey tomorrow. He don't give a damn about that turkey. I pray the heathens choke on that turkey tomorrow.
Damn right.
Right? I pray the Most High cracks the sky tonight. Right? Just so these heathens can understand. Listen, there was a hurricane. Salakia, please. Where was the earthquake? That's a hurricane. Earthquake. There was an earthquake.
So like we had an earthquake in Martinique.
Right? There was an earthquake in Martinique. These are the plagues happening because we're not doing these things. We're not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? Now, I guarantee you, somewhere in Martinique, there's some pastor telling the black people, telling the Israelites, the so-called Benjamites, that they have to love their damn oppressor.
Karawakan.
All right, we were at camp yesterday. That's why I sound like this right now, because I lost my voice trying to teach my people, trying to curse out some Edomites because they think that we're just supposed to forget what they did, right? You're not supposed to remember slavery, right? You're not supposed to remember that, but they get to remember everything else. Salakia, keep reading.
Karawakan. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priests.
Right, these are for the priests. They're holy. It's separate from everything else. Right, that's what holy means. Kodash in the Hebrew, it means separate. Right, read.
Karamakan. Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the self same day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
For how long?
Throughout your generations.
Forever.
Throughout your generations.
I'll read it one more time.
Salakia. No verse I want.
Just from ye shall do.
Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
Christians and fake Israelites have no idea what the hell they're talking about. If you're a fake Israelite or you're a Christian and you're not, listen, I'll just say it like this. If you have the Bible and you're trying to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in the Bible, and you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, put that thing down. You're doing a disservice to our people, to my brothers and sisters. You're telling them they shouldn't do this. Fake Israelites will actively get online and try to argue with us about should we celebrate the high holy days? Should we practice them? Listen, what we're doing is practicing them. We're practicing the righteous things until the Most High cracks our sky. And then we're going to keep doing it. All right? So if we can't practice, we can't celebrate our high holy days and practice them, why would you even tell people to keep the law? Isn't this the law right here? Right? Now, exactly. We're not sacrificing exactly because Christ was our sacrifice. Right? There's no more sacrifice for sin because Christ was a sacrifice. You're just supposed to sin no more. Right? But we're supposed to do this forever throughout our generations. Right? In our dwellings. Right now, we dwell in the wilderness of Canada, U.S., the U.K., the Caribbean islands, South America, and we're supposed to do these things. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the next reader. Barak Allah. Stand. Sorry. Got it? Good, put the source together. Barak Allah, state your registry.
God. Officer 500, Barak Yala, Ban Yamyan, Ban Yasharala.
Ooh, we officer 500, Ban Yamya, Ban Yasharala. Salute.
Yahbashim Shabakatham.
Yahbashim Yashab Rakatha. You may approach the podium. Officer, you can step down. Now stand up for a second, bro. Give this brother a hand right here. This brother, he came in and he stayed. He stayed for war. So many people come in here and they leave because they're cowards. They don't love their people like they say they do. They say, I love you, but it's just words. I do not care about words. The Most High doesn't care about words. Love is an action word. You got to stand on it. You got to do something. And this brother right here, he loves his people. He's going to do something. If you're in Montreal, you should get with Precinct Officer 1000 Adiyar and Precinct Officer 500 Barak Ya'ala, right? Because right now we're in Montreal North and some brother just got shot. I was setting up the class. That's why the class is so late. I was setting up the class and I'm hearing, it went clack, 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 clack. I'm like, what the hell is that? We have to go investigate. Somebody got shot because they're not listening to Precinct Officer 1000 Adiyar and Precinct Officer 500 Barak Ya'ala. Give this brother a hand. All right, let's get it. All right, so we got to read some pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to read from 21. Yeah, 22 to 28. Please. Before you do that, can you shut that door? It's Canada. Hell freezes in December. Right now it's October. Hell is freezing right now. Hell is a condition that we live in. All right, you can read 22 to 28, Baruch Hashem.
In the last one, Kodash, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 22. Wabakwa tazara kam ata kwa tazar yar ara tazar kam la takala pa ata shadat bakwa tazara ka wala kwat salakia kwat zayara ka la. I'm right here.
This is the M. I know it looks different, but it's the mom. This is okay. I'll have to check it out.
Come.
All right, proceed.
Talakwat la I na ya walagar ta I zab atham anya Yahweh ala ha yakam wayad dabar Yahweh al Masha Lamar Dabar al Banya Yasharala Lamar Bakadash Ba'akadash Slakia Ba'akad Lakadash Yahaya Lakam Shabbat 1 Zakara 1 Tarwa'ai Makwa Ra'a Kodash, Kal, Malaakat, Ibadah, La'a, Ta'ai Shawak, Waha Korabatam, Asha, La Yahweh. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, La Amar, Ak, Ba'aishawar, La Kadash, Hashaba, Ya'aya, Azaa, Yawam, Akapara, Yam, Awa, Makwara, Kodash, Yahaya, Lakam, Wa'aina Yatam, Atha, Napasha Tayakam, Wa'akwa Rabatam, Asha, La Yahweh, Wakal, Wakal, Malaaka, La'a, Ta'ai Shawat, Ba'aitizam, Hayawam, Azaha, Kaya, Yawam, Kaparayam, Hawa'a, Lakapara, Ilayakam, Lapanya, Yahweh, Allah Yakam. That was the end of 28 hours.
Come, let's go on, priest.
Leviticus 23 and verse 22 in the English. And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of the field when thou reapest. Neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God.
Right. So what's that explaining? I'll give it to you in one word. That's brotherhood.
Right.
That's making sure there's no poor people. Right. That's making sure no one starves in your nation. You got a vineyard. You grow some oranges. Right. You got an orange grove and a land where you grow oranges or some type of fruits, even corn, how have you. Right. Everything on the inside of your land is yours. That outside the crop that makes the border of your crop, right? You leave it so the poor people in your nation can eat, right? Listen, there's so many. Again, I'm on you millionaires' head back, right? Because y'all got millions of dollars, and I see my people starving. Y'all got millions of dollars, and we don't have a black-owned grocery store. We don't have a black bank. We don't have a black hospital. That's all the stuff you need, right? And that's why you millionaires, y'all, when y'all go broke or you die, I don't even cry, because a lot of us die on a regular basis, and y'all don't cry for us. That's straight up and down. That's what that means. You make sure your brothers and sisters eat. Keep reading, priest.
Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, and the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation.
Right? When the trumpets would sound, that means something is about to happen. There's some type of danger on the horizon. Your pastors, your fake imams, your fake Israelites, they're not They're not blowing these trumpets to warn us of the dangers, right? For instance, I'm gonna give you an example, right? I'm gonna give you two examples, right? This is two fake Israelites. One told us not to take the vaccine. Commander General YAHANNA told y'all to take the vaccine. Oh my gosh. No, Commander General YAHANNA said, if you need it, take it, but go to your doctor first. Some fake Israelite who calls himself a monkey, right? He told his brother not to do it. His brother's dead because he died of COVID. I'll give you another example. Another fake Israelite who says he loves his brother. One of our brothers had his car stolen. He said, I have the video. I have the video. I'm going to give it to you. He didn't give us the video. He put the video up on the internet to try to poke light at us. You want to hear what happened next? His son was kidnapped. That's what happened next. These fake Israelites, they don't love you. Your pastor doesn't love you. The I.S.U.P.K loves you. We tell you the dangers of what's happening. And that's what's supposed to happen. The trumpets would blow, and we would be alerted to danger. We remember that, right? This is just another feast day, another day of rest that the Lord gave us, just so we can remember that all the times we would be in war, and all the times the Most High saved us. 10 Israelites can put 1,000 men to flight.
Good.
And what I'm really saying is, 10 brothers in the I.S.U.P.K can put 1,000 men to flight.
Right.
We're at camp. The police saw us. We're like, well, 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5. I think there was about 7 of us.
Yeah, we're 9
9 of us. There were 9 of us. The police said the Iranians are about to protest. And when they protest damn near 1,000 deep. And he said, just don't intimidate them. I said, good night. None of us intimidated some Iranians. Right, let's get it. Back to where we're getting. He raised the real niggas back to the earth.
God, damn right.
Keep reading, priest.
And holy convocation, verse 25. You shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also in the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you. And ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
We love our people so much that we keep this law. We did it just a while ago, where we starved ourselves for 24 hours from sundown to sundown. There's no water. You brush your teeth and you spit all that water out. Don't even go. Just spit it out. Make sure there's no water. We didn't eat, and it was painful. We feasted on pain that day for 24 hours. Fake Israelites and Christians, they ain't doing that thing, right? Especially the Christians, they're not doing that. You have Christians, they'll take a whip with spikes and they'll beat themselves. They'll beat themselves bloody. You have the Amalek, the man that stole our culture, the fake Jewish man. They'll put pins and tacks in their pants or in their shoe and walk around and say, I'm atoning for sins. That's not what the law said, right? You can see who has the spirit of the Lord with them. The Lord is with the I.S.U.P.K if you don't know. That's why we're still here. That's why we flourish. And it doesn't matter about the numbers when we say we flourish. We flourish with real brothers and sisters who actually love their people. We're not 2,000 brothers all in the same garment in purple and gold, looking like the Rainbow Coalition in the streets. Right? We feast on pain and we afflict ourselves. Keep reading.
And offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
And at the end, we had a feast when we broke fast. Keep reading.
Verse 28. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God.
We sacrificed our hunger and water so we can fight demons and atone for the sins that our nation is doing. Who's really doing that? Yeah, listen, most of y'all can't even go 24 minutes without giving into your nasty, disgusting lust. Right? You can't go 2 minutes, 10 seconds without giving into whatever you want to do. We don't do what we want to do. We do what the Lord wants us to do. And we're going to continue doing what the Lord wants us to do until and even after that sky cracks. Let's get back to this Hebrew.
Okay.
We're going to read 29 to 35.
Okay. Leviticus, in the last one, Kodash, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 29. Kaya, Kal, Hanapash, Ashar, La'a, Ta'ai Na, Ba'ai Tazah, Hayawam, Hazaha, Wanakarta, Ma'ai Maya, Bakal, Hanapash, Ashar, Ta'aisha, Kal, Mala'aka, Ba'ai Tazam, Hayawam, Hazaha, Waha Abadata, Waha Abadataya,
Right?
wait here, Ata, Hanapash, Hahawa, Makwarab, Aima, Kal, Malaaka, La, Ta'aishawa, Kakwat, Iwalam, Lada, Ladar, Tayakam, Bakal, Shabata Yakam, Shabbat 1, Hawa, Lakam, Wa'aina Yatam, Ata, Napasha Ta Yakam, Batasha I, Lakadash, Ba'irab, Ma'irab, Irab, Tashaba Tawa, Shabbatakam, Waya the bar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, La'amar, the bar, Al, Banya, Yasharala, La'amar, Bakamasha, Aishar, Yawam, Lakadash, Hashaba, Ya'aya, Hazaha, Kad, Asaka, what? Shaba'ai, Yam, Layahawa, Bayawam, verse 35. Bayawam, Hara'a Sha 1, Makwara'a, Kwadash, Kal, Mala'a Kat, Aibada, La'a, Ta'aishawa. That's the end of the 35.
Baba Kishah, can you read 29 to 35?
Okay. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 29. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people,
Right. Listen, you don't do if you're not doing the Day of Atonement, the Most High would cut you off from your people. Now, just imagine what it was like back then when you had a kingdom, and because you didn't participate in the suffering that everybody else is doing, because you're a selfish bastard, right? You were cut off from your people. You couldn't be around your people no more, right? Right now, the slave master has us working during these days, and listen, it's a horrible thing, right? Because brothers and sisters got to go into their slavery instead of being on the phone talking with your brothers and sisters during the Day of Atonement. Instead of playing PlayStation with their brothers all day, listen, my brother Kawan, right? Kawan, he makes some amazing shirts in Israel. He was given a talent, right? He hit me up and said, "Listen, we counting down until the last couple of hours. You want to play some PlayStation?" And I said, "Damn right, let's get it." And that was brotherhood, because in that moment, good night, my stomach was going in, and I needed that brotherhood, right? Now the slave master, he has us working on these days, and brothers and sisters can't get it off, and they gotta suffer and go to work. And sometimes your work is hard labor work, and you're sweating. Imagine sweating and losing salt, and you need to replenish that salt in your system, and you can't even take a sip of water. The slave master is going to pay for his crimes against Israel.
Damn right.
Keep reading.
So come. Verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Ye shall do no manner of work, shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, in all your dwellings.
Right? And that's what the Most High is telling you. You got to take this day off and do what you're supposed to do for your people. Sacrifice and feast on pain, just like the rest of your brothers and sisters are doing.
Right.
Right? And listen, that day, God, that day, it's not a day that you torture kids. How are you going to tell a child you can't eat that day?
Right.
As if a child sinned. As if a child has to atone for some crime that he did. No, listen, your child is sinning, that's because you're teaching your child to sin. Right? I seen on Facebook, some Eve, some sister, she was doing some, I guess it's some challenge. Every year, every other month, they come up with some challenge where these sisters are gyrating. They're supposed to drop it low. And they're mimicking sex. They're mimicking riding a rod. Sorry to be vulgar, right? And they're doing it in front of a little girl. They had a little girl doing it. I shared it and said, "This is disgusting." She said, "Don't be on my post." I said, "It's public. I'm sharing it. You're disgusting. You're a public shame." And a little boy was right there. And she said, "Oh, the son didn't want his mom doing it." You're damn right. How does the child know better than the adult? Lawyer, you have something?
All I want to say is, like, for everybody that's looking and watching, what did God do on this day? We just fasted for 24 hours.
Right.
You understand? Everybody want to say, well, you know what, the Bible is boring and everything. Here comes a feast where we party, where, you understand, we drank, we be merry. You understand, for 8 days. Meanwhile, we over here having the breath of life. Brothers outside in the world are dying.
Right.
You understand? And this is why the UPK is so necessary in Montreal North, in Montreal, in Quebec, in Canada, in Toronto, you understand? Halifax, Alberta. Why? Because we are the only one that cares about, you understand, black, so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. We are the only one that cares and speak up against gun violence, speak up against child molestation, speak up against, you understand, everything that's plaguing our community.
Right.
You understand? So this is why, you understand, it is necessary, you understand, to be in the UPK. And if you are not in the UPK, what the hell are you doing outside?
Right.
You understand? Right. Because we don't see most of the time. We don't see you exactly standing and taking the stand, just like we're taking the stand against exactly everything that's plaguing us right now.
Damn right.
You understand? But if you really, you understand, want to change your community, get in the UPK. You black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, get in the UPK. And following God is not boring, man. You understand? Matter of fact, you understand? I have gifts. Every time these brothers come over here, I have gifts. These brothers sacrificed, you understand, their life from coming from Toronto, coming from the United States, just to wake up black, Hispanics, and Native Indian in Montreal North, in Montreal, in downtown Montreal. And what do we do in return? We just don't give a damn. Well, it's time for this to change, man. It's time for us to, you understand, realize, you understand, who really cares about our people. We have all the leaders. Leaders,
you understand? So-called leaders, they're gonna speak against the gun violence.
Right.
If other brothers die, you understand, in the street, they're home eating, you understand, eating good, having sex, you understand, molesting their children. We are the one that cares, you understand, and having the emotion that comes with it, you understand, losing another brother in this life, man. It's time for us now, to get in this rank, get in the UPK. You want a real change? Get in the ISUPK on the coming and joining YAHANNA.
Damn right.
Right, and just to give a very big shout out to our Judite brothers who traveled down here 8 hours to come to go to war with us yesterday outside in the cold. Good night, officer. Not gonna put some videos up. You're gonna see Officer Knock in a t-shirt. That's a strong brother. It was cold. That brother knew that the fire that we were bringing was enough to keep him warm. Good night. Officer, show you on, please.
Verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the 9th month at even. From even unto even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this 7th month shall be the feast of tabernacles, for 7 days unto the Lord.
And that's what we're opening right now. The Feast of Tabernacles, where we remembered what it was like to live in the wilderness, when we remembered what it was like to not have a land. Listen, we're in Montreal North. I'm from Lawrence Heights in the city of Toronto. We back in the day, we used to go to war in that neighborhood, thinking, yeah, I'm fighting for this neighborhood, and I don't even own the block. And that's what many of my brothers and sisters are plagued with. And if it wasn't for Officer Aban, if it wasn't for Commanding General YAHANNA, who raised up Officer Aban, right, who raised me up, who knows where I would be? Would I still be fighting for a block that I don't own, for some brick and mortar thinking it's mine? Right? Keep reading.
On the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you. Ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein.
Right? Listen, on these days, this tabernacle, we're not supposed to be working. 7 days, we're not supposed to work. That's how much the Lord loved us. He said, listen, this is your time off. You work so hard anyways to maintain your kingdom.
Right.
Take some time off. Unfortunately, my brothers and sisters are working right now. Unfortunately, tomorrow until Monday, my brothers and sisters are going to be working when they're supposed to be off, celebrating. And it sucks because we sinned against the Most High, so we are going through our punishment. Now you're not supposed to sin against the Most High. You're supposed to remember, as we teach these classes day in and day out, and as we go outside day in and day out, we're waking up our brothers and sisters so they can remember what it's like to have a kingdom, so they can come back to their culture, their heritage. They say we're a cult. We're just the cult leaders. You can't spell culture without cult. You celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow, you're in a cult.
Right.
If you go to that Christian church today, if you're in Christian church today, you're in a cult.
Yeah, right.
On the bottom. Right? So, like, what was that? Was that the end of 35?
It was the end of 36.
So, like, what were we reading to?
No, we covered 35.
Oh, so like, well, good night. It's all good. Huh? No, we're almost done. We're gonna wrap up right now. Right? Baba Kashar, Officer Brachiala, read 36. Get on to the rest of the chapter.
Is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 36, and then last one, Kodash. Shabbat. Yam Yam. Takwara Ya Bawa. Asha. Layahawa. Bayawam. Hashemaya Naya Makwara. So like the other one. Kodash Yahaya Lakam Wahakwa Rabatam Asha Layahawa Itazarath Hawa Ka Malaaka Malaaka Ibada La Ta Aishawa Al Allah.
Where you at?
Right here, I don't want.
Okay.
Mawa I Daya Yahawah Ashar Takwara Awa Atham Makwara Ya Kodash Lahakwara Yab
Yeah.
Lahakwara Yab Asha Layahawa Ilah Wamanaka Zabak Wanasakayam Dabar Yawam Bayawa Mawa Malabar Shabbatat Yahawah Wamalabada Wamalabad Matana Watayakam Wamalabad Kal Nadara Yakam Wamalabad Kal Nada Bata Yakam Ashar Tathanawa Layahawa Ak Baka Masha Aishar Yawam Lakadash Hashabaya Aya Basapakam Ata Tabawaat Harataza Takagawa Ata Kaga Yahawah Shabai Yam Bayawam Hara'a Shawana Shabbatawan Wabaya Wam Hashemaya Naya Shabbatawan Walakwa Katam Lakam Bayawam Hara'a Hara'a Shawan Parya Aitaza Hadar Kapat Tama Tamayaram Wa Napa Aitaza Ibat Wa Ira Baya Nakal Washamaka Tam Lapanya Yahawah Alaha Yakam Shabai Yam Waka Ga Tam Athan Kaga Layahawa Shabai Yam Bashana Kakwat Iwalam Ladarata Yakam Bakadash Hashabaya Aya Takagawa, Atawa, Basakat, Tashabawa, Shabai, Yum Yum, Ka, Hazar, Ka, Bayasharala, Yashawa, Basakat, Lamain, Yadaiwa, Dorata Yakam, Kaya, Basakawat, Hawashabataya, Atha, Manya, Yasharala, Bahawatza Yaaya, Awatham, Maratza, Matazaria, Anya, Yahweh, Alahayakam, Wayadabar, Masha, Atha, Ma'idaya, Yahweh, Al, Manya, Yasharala. Towards the end of the verse, I don't know.
It's the end of the
End of 44. End of the chapter.
chapter. Give this priest a hand. All right, so where were you talked? Okay.
Verse 36. 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you. And you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly. You shall do no servile work therein. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, and a meat offering, a sacrifice, a drink offering, everything upon his day.
Listen, and that's what we're doing right now. We're feasting right now as we speak. All of Israel in the I.S.U.P.K is feasting right now, right? Because these are the days that the Lord told us to celebrate, to remember, to keep, right? And we're going to do it for the next 7 days and pray that this kingdom falls. What a glorious thing it would be if this kingdom fell right now. Guess what Elon Musk just said? He said, World War III is closer than you know it. Someone blew up a bridge in Russia, and Russia's blaming it on Ukraine.
Yeah, right.
Good night. Get him most I can. He put in the spirit of war these heathens, priests.
So like just like Elon Musk saying World War III is near, you got that in the Bible. You understand? Like all people will listen to Elon Musk because he's an oppressor. Meanwhile, it's in the Bible, all through the Bible is, you understand? It's talking about World War III, World War I, World War II, you understand? It's in the Bible as World War III, and also the result of World War III.
Right.
You understand? The result of World War III, you understand? Who's gonna win is also in the Bible.
Right.
You understand? So who are you gonna listen to? Your oppressor or your God?
Right. Get that piece of hand. Get that piece of hand. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 38. Beside the Sabbaths of the Lord, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your freewill offering, which ye give unto the Lord. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep in feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath.
Right. Now these are all the rest days that the Lord gave us. He gave us Sabbath days, right? And we're gonna remember them. We're gonna practice them until our King. Did you know the King of Israel was black?
Right.
Yeah, right.
How come every nation has a God that looks like them? But blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, our God looks like a white man. That's because that's who had us in slavery. Keep reading.
On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. And ye shall take You on the first day of the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days.
A Christian's going to tell you this is Palm Sunday. We just read it. This doesn't say Palm Sunday. Keep reading.
And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths.
Right. That's what we do right now. We're in the booths right now.
Right.
Your house, listen, these project homes, they look like booths. Now, if you've been through a lot of the projects, they're torn down. They just look like a war happened in these communities. And that's what the Most High did to us because we disobeyed him. If you have a son or a daughter and he breaks your law, right? You told him come in at 7 o'clock. He came in at 7:30. You allowed him for a little bit. He kept doing it. You're gonna punish him, right? So now you understand why blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are going through these punishments. You want your children to follow your laws, but you don't want to follow the Most High's laws. Well, the Most High had us dwell in booths so we can remember, right? That's why we're in these wildernesses right now, so we can remember. Listen, you got to keep His laws. Keep reading.
That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths.
The Lord did that. Keep reading.
When I brought them out of the land of Egypt.
Keep reading.
I am the Lord your God.
Read.
And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feasts of the Lord.
These are our feast days. And we got some more days that we're going to celebrate. I'm going to just run them down for you real quick. Right? We got more days that we're going to celebrate. Hold up. Let me get right. Right? After Tabernacles, we got the Feast of Dedication, where we remember brothers who were no cowards. They wouldn't eat pork, and they died for it. They died on their feet. They didn't die on their knees like some bitch niggas. Right? That's what the Christian church is. Straight up weak men. The Christian church makes men weak. Women love the Christian church because they get to run it. Then after that, we got Purim. We remember a sister who she could have went to. Now listen, we had a sister who was given to a heathen, right? They portrayed this heathen in the movie 300. His name is slipping my mind for a second, but we had a sister who she was given to him to be a wife because she was so beautiful. I believe it is King Xerxes, right? That faggot ass heathen, Salakia, right? And what happened? You see the people who call themselves Jewish, they've always hated, just like B'nai B'rith hates us. They've always hated us,
Right?
And because one brother wouldn't give him the reference that he thought he deserved, he said, "I want to kill all these blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans." Just like they want to kill us right now, right? And a brother, he told that sister, "Listen, go save your people." And she said, "Khan on Khan." And she went and asked her king, her husband, right? Not her king, because the I.S.U.P.K is king. When I asked her husband to save her people, and he did it, and that fake Jewish man died, right? That is Salakia Purim. That's Purim. We're gonna celebrate that, right? So we got dedications. It's gonna be Saturday, September 17th, December 2002 for 8 days. You can find it in First Maccabees 4:52, chapter 4:52 to 61. Then we got Purim. You can find that in the book of Esther, that's chapter 9, verses 20 to 31. And those are the days that we're gonna remember. Listen, don't be celebrating the murder of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans tomorrow.
Right.
So with that said, men of Israel, Aquathian, Imagine, which means to stand. Sarapon Yaqua, Aquadam, which means turn and face the east. We're gonna read the Lord's Prayer, right? And close out this Sabbath day. Salakia. We're going to read the Lord's Prayer real quick. I know it's late. Bear with us. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayam.
Shabbat Shemayam.
Wadash.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh.
Malakaka. Taba'ah. Batzaka. I.S.H.A. Baratza. Kowa. I.S.U.P.K. Bashamayam. Nathanawa. Ka. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kawawatnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kawawatnawa. Wala'ah. Tabayanawa. Panasayawan. Abal. Hoshainawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Malakwa. Wahala. Wahatapara. La'ayawalamya. Aman.
What we just read in English.
Right.
Our Father which art in heaven,
Our Father which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom come,
thy will be done on earth,
thy will be done on earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread,
Give us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever so be it.
forever so be it.
With that said, we're going to bring it close to the Sabbath service. Men of Israel, Akwafim, Sar, which means to turn. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Rakatham.
Yajim Tzah. Men of Israel, Sar to the sisters. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak,
Yahweh Shabbat Hashem Yahushai.
Yajim Tzah. Dismissed.